Hey everyone, it's Matt. Edition of Beers and Beards with Matt. No, I haven't been doing any beer reviews whatsoever. I've been really out of touch with YouTube lately with the new house and job and everything like that. Quick catch up on what I'm doing and what I've been up to. Many of you may know I moved into a new house based on my last beer review. That was the only beer review I've done in this house in the past. We've been in the house for almost 4 months, so done one beer review. This will be the second. I've also been starting to brew my own beer at home. That's been taking up some time also. I figured the next step in drinking beer would definitely have to be tasting your own beer at a certain point. I know some people might go, oh, but I did start with a Mr. Beer kit. I got it for Christmas, just to kind of get the idea down, the basic gist of it. Didn't want to jump head first into something if I didn't think I was going to be good at it, or maybe not like it, or was it going to take up too much of my time. So did that, came out okay. It was a standard pale ale, nothing too fantastic. Those of you who might be familiar with the Mr. Beer products and what they give you. And the next step, right now I have a pretty much it's a double Clementine IPA. I'm hoping it turns out good. I'm still using some of the equipment I had from Mr. Beer because I haven't been able to upgrade to glass yet. But hopefully with my third home brew, and I'll probably review my next home brew that I do, just because I know it's something that I've done myself with my own ingredients. Then after that I'll be upgrading, and I also have something filmed where I was just kind of going step by step with the home brewing process. It's kind of a rookie guide, not even a good rookie guide. I don't think I did a great job of it, but of course I'm my own worst critic, and I'm sure people on YouTube will probably bash it anyway, go like, you suck, you do this. I don't really care. You know, those are people who probably don't homebrew or don't know shit about it or anything like that. But that's pretty much it. That's my quick blog and now a beer review for you guys. So beards, blogs, and beards today. Beers and Beards with Matt. So no further ado, I'm reviewing a beer from Innis and Gunn. They're a brewery out of Scotland. Now, this is because they've been kind of popping up down here in South Florida pretty recently. They do a lot of pretty much almost all their beers are aged in some type of a cask. It's either a rum cask or oak or some type of whiskey barrels and stuff like that. Now, this is it's a stout, Scottish Stout, matured in Irish whiskey barrels. So, you know, when I think of Irish whiskey, you know, Jameson and stuff like that. So, and, you know, I do love me a good Irish whiskey every once in a while. You know, I'm not a big whiskey guy, but I can really appreciate it. The one thing that kind of put me off on Innis and Gunn almost right away was their clear bottles, or their use of clear bottles, which, you know, I think most people, they probably associate with Corona and other bad beer. But I've had a few of their beers already, Innis and Gunn. Their rum barrel. I think it was an ale, and a few other things I've had by them, and they're pretty good. I mean, it's not bad beer whatsoever. If you want a stout, look for these stouts instead of Guinness. If you have ways and means of getting Innis and Gunn in your area. Now, Beer Advocate's giving this beer about 86 on a scale of 100, so they're saying it's good. Now, a lot of people, I didn't know what kind of glass. I'm kind of out of the loop. Now, I'm just drinking this out of a whiskey glass. This is a Jameson whiskey glass, so I felt aged in whiskey barrels, why not just drink it out of a whiskey glass? You know, it's not really going to hurt, so. Well, no, it has a nice smell to it, nice kind of soft, sweet smell. And, no, it had some pretty good foam on top of it, probably about a finger's worth of it. And it sticks around pretty well. And it's got a nice darkish, reddish hue to it. So without further ado, cheers to you guys on the internet, and hopefully I can get back into the rhythm here at some point. So. That's pretty good. Nice smoky on the back end of it. Up front is pretty sweet. Kind of reminds me of almost like a unsweetened Irish car bomb in a way. It has that kind of, it's got that definite Irish whiskey, musky, smoky taste to it, but it's got a nice malt and smoke backbone, which is also pretty pleasant. It drinks lighter than it looks. It's not too thick. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it's definitely super malty, and the ABV on this is 7.4, so it's a little higher for a stout or for a Scottish stout, but it's pretty good. You can taste the alcohol, but it's not too overpowering. Well, that is a pretty decent tasting beer. All right, well, I'm back. Just drinking off camera for a little bit, and I decided to put a little music on too to give it a little ambiance. And I was just checking out YouTube in the time I paused the camera and stuff like that. And I've been so out of the loop with YouTube. It's like, I guess we now have friends or something like that, or there's they're biting on Facebook now or something like that. They're taking Facebook's idea now, where instead of subscriptions, you have friends and then you subscribe to your friends. I don't know. I'm so out of the loop, and I really have no idea what's going on YouTube anymore. So I hope this video finds people. I don't know if it will or not, but just reflecting on this beer, it is super good. I mean, the only problem I would maybe say isn't necessarily with the beer, but something else. Give me a second here. I would say maybe the problem is that they really need to start maybe switching over to darker bottles than clear bottles. I don't really understand the meaning of it and why they really do it or anything like that. I don't know if there's a rhyme or reason behind what they're doing. Maybe the fact that clear bottles are just cheaper or something like that than brown or green. I mean, at least use green, you know. It may not be appealing, but I mean, it's better than having sunlight hit your beer and potentially just taking all the flavor out of it and everything like that. So, yeah, that's my only complaint about Innis and Gunn as a whole, you know. It is a good beer, and like I said before, it's like a deconstructed Irish car bomb in a way. You taste the cream, you taste the maltiness of like a Guinness, you taste the creaminess of like a Bailey's, and you have that slight alcohol hit of like the Jameson. So it's really good. I mean, and it's worth the money too. Just enough. And I don't think they have this. I've seen other Innis and Gunns. I think the rum cask, they have it in a big 22 ouncer or 25 ouncer actually. This was like 11.2. But for $2.50, this is definitely worth $2.50 for the ABV and also just the taste of it. And I don't really have a lot of experience with Scottish stouts. I mean, I know wee heavies and stuff like that, but not necessarily a Scottish stout per se. So let's finish this bad boy off. There's some excellent lacing in there too. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked the review, and my review for this beer, I will give it 2 thumbs up. It's a good overall beer for the money, for the taste, and Innis and Gunn it's a pretty good brewery. It's a brewery I haven't really heard of in the past. I don't know how long they've been around necessarily, but I've only seen them down here for maybe about 6-7 months in South Florida. So if you get Innis and Gunn where you are, it's definitely worth checking it out. They're not too expensive. They're pretty good price for what you're getting in the beer as well. So, and that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you for another beer review, and if anything, I'll be posting my homebrew adventures outside of doing another beer review. So other than that, see you guys later. Take it easy and have a good one.